Unit 43, Exhibitions. This unit is about exhibitions and the different places we can visit to see them. We also pay a visit to the Science Museum in London. Exercise 2. Listen and order. We asked 6 people to tell us the kind of exhibitions they liked.
I love the Surrealist painters, and if there are any exhibitions on, I always try to get to see them.
I like paintings and historical exhibitions.
I love art galleries.
I like art exhibitions most of all, I suppose, but any sort of art.
My favorite museum is the Museum of Natural History in New York City, which has the fantastic dinosaur display.
I like modern art exhibitions.
Listen again and repeat. Exercise 3. Listen once more to the interviewees. Are the statements in your book right or wrong? Exercise 4. Listen and read. Look at these ways of talking about the past.
I went to Tunisia last month.
So did I. Had you been there before?
Yes, I had been there many times before. Yes, I'd been there many times before. It was the first time I had been there. It was the first time I'd been there.
Exercise 5. Listen and number. David and Kevin have been to the Tate Gallery in London.
I went to see an exhibition of sculpture last week. It was at the Tate Gallery. That's an art gallery in London. It wasn't the first time I'd been to the Tate Gallery. I'd been there many times before. But it was the best exhibition I'd ever seen there.
Yes, it was great, wasn't it? I went with him. It was the first time I'd been to the Tate. It's really good.
I didn't go with them. I've never been to the Tate Gallery. Next time you go, can I come?
Oh, Natalie.
Of course you can.
Exercise 7. Listen and check. An artist is painting a portrait. The model has just arrived.
Sorry I'm late. I was at the hairdresser's.
That's okay. Ah! What happened to you?
I told you. I went to the hairdresser's.
The hairdressers?
Well, I hadn't been for ages, and my coat was getting too long.
And what happened?
Well, the hairdresser was new.
New?
I hadn't seen him before.
And?
Before I knew what he was doing, he'd cut it all off. It feels okay, but I think I'll get another coat before winter.
Yes, you'd better.
Exercise 9. Listen and read.
What do you think of this? What do you really think?
Aren't they wonderful? Isn't he a great photographer?
Exercise 10. Listen and speak. You are at an exhibition with a friend, looking at a picture painted by your brother.
It's good, isn't it? What do you think?
Yes, it's fine. I guess it's okay.
What do you really think?
Exercise 11. Listen and read. Then do exercise 12 and check your answers.
What do you think of this, James?
It's okay.
James.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Tom Hall.
Because he received a prize for something you did?
Yes. The Drake Bicycle Campaign.
Trying to remember. Had anyone worked on that campaign before you?
No, they hadn't. And before I left MAP, I'd finished it. What do you think I should do?
Well, as I see it, there's nothing you can do. Except enjoy the exhibition.
Sorry. I think that's Ireland. Who's the photographer?
126. John Patrick Brady.
What? That's amazing.
Do you know him?
He's my cousin.
Exercise 13. Listen and check.
Here's another one. Aren't they wonderful?
They're very nice.
Now, what do you really think? Isn't he a great photographer?
He's good. Yes, he's very good. Is he a professional photographer, or is this his hobby?
I don't really know. He was still a student when I last saw him. He'd always been a keen photographer, like me. But he certainly hadn't had an exhibition when I left Ireland, I'm sure of that. He'd never even sold a photograph, as far as I can remember.
Why didn't he tell you about this exhibition?
Well, I haven't seen him for ages. I'm so pleased he's doing well.
And I'm so pleased you're in a better mood.
What do you mean?
Before you found your cousin's photo, she hadn't smiled all day.
Well, maybe I better go and ring Tom Hall while I'm still in a good mood.
Good idea. I'll join you later.
Exercise 15. A guide at the Science Museum. The Science Museum in London has hundreds of exhibits, and the person who knows all about them is Alison Porter. Listen and read as she describes 3 exhibits.
This is the Caerphilly Castle. When it was built in 1923, it was the most powerful locomotive in the country. No previous locomotives had had the pulling power of this one. And when it ended its working life in 1960, it had travelled nearly 2 million miles. This is a city tram from Glasgow in Scotland. It was built in 1901, but this is what it looked like in 1927. By then, it had been modernised 3 times. They had added a roof. The original tram had been open. This is Puffing Billy, one of the early steam locomotives. It was built in 1813 to pull wagons of coal from the mines to the River Tyne in the north of England. Before Puffing Billy was invented, horses had pulled the wagons of coal. You can see that the wheels are made of metal. Before 1813, they had used wood to make the wheels. This you will probably know, the Morris Mini Miner, better known as the Mini.